What's up, guys? It's Matters. We have another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies leaked informational video, and if you didn't know everything about the PC beta leak for Black Ops 3 Zombies, here's one extra little bit of information you guys probably either missed or didn't really touch upon. Now, this was something we all talked about during the Shadows of Evil sort of reveal. With that trailer, we got a ton of really cool stuff. We got to see new abilities, new features, the gumball machine, the squid ability when you're like in that afterlife form. We saw the new aliens or whatever they're called, the Nova Crawlers, and just a ton of really insane stuff. But this video, we have a new leak, we have a new source. Obviously, I'll have a link in the description. This is not just a random thing from the PC beta leak. I actually have a sort of article that listed the main points of the PC beta leak. This was back August 28th, I guess, right when the leak happened. Listed the main points and stuff like that. I did say I was going to do multiple videos on this. We did the Kino one, we did the Transit one, some other stuff we already talked about, but now we have electrical attacks and grappling hook abilities. Something really weird, and it's mentioned and it's referenced in the actual beta. It's not 100% to the actual, word for word definition of it, but it was referenced in the beta. Now the thing is, what we've seen from Shadows of Evil, at least from the trailer and the new abilities in the gameplay, the electrical attack that it says here is sort of already confirmed in a sense that we're going to have the electrical element, whether it be an attack or the sword or the ground pound. We see, I guess, a couple different methods in which they use the element. I think that's sort of what they're inferring here. They're saying, it's going to be an all-around electrical attack, so whatever you use with the electrical element, will be in an attack form, and you can kill zombies with it. Obviously, you're not really just going to do anything or just walk around with electricity in your hand and not use it to kill zombies. So that's probably going to be in the form of a sword or the ground pound or like the punch or something like that. And we've sort of seen that from the trailer already. Obviously, from the trailer, you see around 2 to 3 elements. I'm not so sure exactly what elements you see. I do know electrical, sort of like fire, not electrical fire, but electrical sort of like flame pulses came down when I think the Femme Fatale ground pounded in a certain area, and then you see, I'm not so sure who the character was, but he was like spinning like this fire sword or something like that. But those are the two I remember off the top of my head. But it's still sort of confirming this element sort of thing in Shadows of Evil. And obviously based on the article, this is just confirming the electrical one, but I think we should expect a lot of the other ones from Origins and just the basic elements to be in the map also, not just electricity. Now the grappling hook ability is something really weird because we haven't really seen anything just referenced from it at all. Besides the leak, besides the actual beta leak, we've never really heard of this before. Now, the only sort of explanation I have for this, at least just by looking at the map, Shadows of Evil, and looking at the trailer in general, I can probably think that it would be used for maybe the skyscrapers, the buildings, getting from one place to another. Maybe you're on second floors or something like that, and you have to jump a street or something, or maybe to get to the suspension railway, which is like in the middle of the streets, in between the buildings, you have to like hop over it, or you have to grapple up to the railway, grapple down, and just grapple, in different areas, just to get around the map easier, or you have to do it for Easter eggs or something like that. It does make sense for a city though, because it's not that linear. Usually, obviously, cities, a lot of high-rise buildings, a lot of different things in the air, different things on the ground. So I think grappling would be pretty, I guess, well used in Shadows of Evil based on what the map is and what it's going to be like, at least from the trailer standpoint, our standpoint from that. But other than that, we haven't really seen any actual gameplay, I guess you can say, of the grappling hook ability. Advanced Warfare, I guess, gave us a taste of what that's like, but I don't think it's gonna be like Advanced Warfare. I think it's gonna be like a true old style 1940s grapple, like a Batman grapple or something really cool you saw in like those old movies or old shows or something, where it's actually like manual. You hook it up and then you like pull yourself up or something. It's not like really fake where you just shoot it and then you just lunge for it. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be really cool, really gritty, and really realistic, at least from the map and just looking at the map and looking at the time period, especially because it's in the past and there's no futuristic stuff to help it lunge forward. At least that's what I'm looking at from the trailer. I'm just taking my surroundings and adding a little bit of a theory to this because I think it's that's probably one of the only possible ways that this grappling hook would work. How else would you use a grappling hook on a city zombies map, you know? There's nothing really else you can really say for that. So yeah, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Tell me guys what you think about these 2 new abilities in Black Ops 3 Zombies. I guess I should have mentioned this before, but the reason I talked about Shadows of Evil, I did this commentary before, I did like 2 minutes into it, I was like, you know what, I'm doing this all wrong. The reason I said Shadows of Evil and not the Giant is because I feel like just Shadows of Evil, they're going to have more of the abilities, they've put more of an emphasis on adding new stuff, interesting stuff we've never seen before, and I just think Shadows of Evil is going to be mapped to do that. The Giant is more of nostalgia, more of just an old style classic map to bring back. Maybe they'll add it, you know, you never know. It is a game, and they want to put it, I guess, they want to have all features across the game, so anything you see in certain parts of the game, you'll see in other parts of the game, so you wouldn't be surprised, or shouldn't be surprised, if you see stuff from Shadows of Evil in the Giant. Obviously, it's the same game mode, zombies, so I think they have the right to do that, but I think it's going to be more catered towards Shadows of Evil, just based on the trailer, based on what we've seen, the gumball, the abilities, etc. Just looking at that, I can tell it's going to be more towards Shadows of Evil. So yeah, like the video, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.